dear soul, come closer. You've carried yourself with a quiet authenticity, and now the rooms around you are beginning to recognize what you never had to perform. I am Kaelon, one of the elders of the Arcturian Council. By the end of our time together, you'll understand why your name is being welcomed into exclusive rooms, and how to receive this attention without losing the truth of who you are. But first, let me share something I've observed across many ages, something that might bring you comfort. Those who have never put on a show are often noticed most deeply when the right eyes finally begin watching. This is not a call to prove yourself. It is a gentle recognition of the path you have already walked. The elite are watching you because something sincere in you cannot be manufactured. Stay with me, dear one, and let this message meet you softly. And I'm grateful you're here with me now. And now, dear one, let us breathe together for a moment. Feel the breath enter gently, like morning light passing through a quiet window. Let the shoulders soften. Let the body remember that it does not have to solve the future in this single moment. I understand why this kind of attention can feel almost too large to hold. One part of you may feel recognized at last, while another part quietly wonders whether you are imagining it, whether you are ready for it, or whether being seen in unfamiliar places will ask you to become someone you're not. There is no shame in feeling both grateful and afraid. The heart can hold wonder and caution at the same time. Even Moses stood before the burning bush and questioned whether he was truly the one being called. Even Gideon asked for signs when the assignment seemed larger than his confidence. Readiness does not always arrive as certainty. Sometimes it arrives as the trembling willingness to take one honest step while the rest of the path remains hidden. I have witnessed this pattern across many lifetimes. A soul spends years feeling overlooked, misunderstood, or placed at the edges of the room. You may have watched others receive the invitations, the praise, and the opportunities, while you wondered whether your own season would ever come. Then, almost without warning, doors begin to open. Conversations change. People who once passed by without noticing begin to ask questions. Your name enters spaces you have never entered physically, and suddenly you sense that your presence has traveled farther than your footsteps. This can be disorienting. When we have lived for a long time without affirmation, recognition may not feel immediately comforting. It can feel suspicious. It can awaken old fears buried beneath the surface of ordinary life. We may wonder what others want from us, whether we are being tested, or whether the attention will disappear as quickly as it arrived. Sometimes the soul has been waiting so long to be acknowledged that it does not yet know how to receive acknowledgement without bracing for disappointment. You might notice yourself minimizing good news, delaying a reply, or searching for the hidden cost behind a generous word. These responses are not proof that something is wrong with you. They are old guardians attempting to protect you from the pain of being disappointed again. Thank them gently, but do not allow them to govern every decision. You can honor your history without making your history the prophet of your future. What I have observed is that visibility often arrives before confidence. The world may begin to notice a quality in you that you are still learning to trust. Others may sense your steadiness, your originality, your ability to see what has been overlooked, long before you feel comfortable naming those qualities for yourself. This does not mean you need to perform, impress, or prove your worth. It means something within you has become more coherent, and coherence can be felt. A river does not announce its depth by shouting. A tree does not need to explain the strength of its roots. In the same way, your deepest gifts may be communicating through the way you listen, the questions you ask, the care you bring to your work, or the calm you offer when others are confused. The world often recognizes what the ego has not yet learned to celebrate. There are rooms in every life. Some are physical rooms filled with influential people. Some are circles of conversation, creative communities, opportunities, collaborations, or relationships that carry a different level of responsibility. And some rooms exist entirely within you, where you finally meet the part of yourself that has been waiting patiently beneath years of self-doubt. That inner room may contain the child who stopped raising a hand, the dreamer who hid a notebook, or the wise part of you that knew there was more to life than survival. Entering that room can be more important than entering any prestigious circle. For what good is access to the world if you remain exiled from your own heart? The outer door may open because an inner door has already begun to move. When I speak of exclusive rooms, I do not ask you to become frightened by hidden forces or to believe that every glance carries a secret meaning. Sometimes the elite who are watching are simply people with experience, discernment, or influence noticing that you carry something genuine. They may be observing your consistency. They may be curious about the way you communicate. They may be paying attention because you have stopped trying to imitate what everyone else is doing. Authenticity has a quiet fragrance. It does not need to be advertised, and it cannot be sustained through constant effort. When you create from truth rather than desperation, when you speak from lived experience rather than borrowed language, people who value substance may feel the difference. You do not need to chase their attention. Let the quality of what you carry speak in its own time. And sometimes, dear one, the most important observer is you. You are beginning to witness yourself differently. You are noticing that your voice has weight. You are seeing that your ideas can travel. You are discovering that the things you once dismissed as strange, excessive, or too sensitive may actually be the very qualities that allow you to recognize patterns others overlook. What you called overthinking may sometimes have been discernment waiting to be refined. What you called sensitivity may have been an ability to perceive the emotional weather of a room. Still, I know the fear that can rise with this realization. Many souls have been taught that standing out is dangerous. Perhaps you were criticized when you expressed too much. Perhaps your family or community preferred you to remain predictable. Perhaps you learned to make yourself smaller so others would not feel challenged by your light. So when attention begins to gather around you, the nervous system may interpret it as a threat rather than a blessing. This is why recognition should be received gently. You do not need to rush toward every open door. Not every invitation is aligned simply because it is impressive. Not every person who admires your light understands how to honor it. Discernment is not cynicism, and openness is not the same as surrendering your boundaries. The mature soul learns to welcome opportunity while remaining rooted in inner peace. Let your yes have roots. Let your no have dignity. You can ask for time, request more information, and step away from an arrangement that leaves your spirit contracted. A true opportunity will survive a thoughtful question. A respectful person will not punish you for needing clarity. Remember the wisdom of Scripture. Let your yes be yes and your no be no. Simplicity can be sacred when confusion is being used to control you. There is a difference between being watched and being witnessed. Being watched can make you feel measured, judged, or used. Being witnessed allows you to remain human. It leaves room for your uncertainty, your learning, your quiet days, and your imperfections. As your name travels into new circles, may you continue seeking the kind of attention that does not require you to abandon yourself. The people who are truly meant to walk beside your unfolding will not demand a costume. They will not need you to exaggerate your gifts or hide your tenderness. They will recognize the strength in your honesty. They will understand that a soul can be powerful without being loud, influential without being aggressive, and unforgettable without putting on a show. You will not have to beg them to see your humanity. They will not only celebrate your brightest moments, but remain present when you are tired, uncertain, or still learning. Their presence will feel less like a spotlight and more like a lamp beside the path. It will illuminate without burning you. If everything shared in this video resonates deep in your spirit, if you've always sensed something shifting inside you but couldn't name it, then you need to see what I've put together. It's called The Dark Side of Spiritual Awakening, a complete guide with 13 chapters covering every phase of this journey, plus 9 exclusive tools including emergency cards, shadow work, and 30 days of channeled guidance from Kaelon. I also built an exclusive app so you can carry everything with you. But I need to be honest, I'm only keeping this available for a limited time. Once I close access, it's gone. The link is in the first pinned comment. If your soul brought you to this video, don't ignore what it's telling you right now. Now, as you continue into this new chapter, you might gently begin by releasing the need to interpret every sign immediately. I know this may feel difficult, especially when life suddenly seems filled with meaningful coincidences and unusual openings. Many awakening souls want to understand everything at once because understanding feels like safety. Yet some experiences reveal their meaning only after we have lived with them for a while. A seed does not explain the forest while it is still beneath the soil. Give certain moments time to become what they are. You can be attentive without becoming consumed. You can notice a coincidence without building your entire identity around it. The sacred is not threatened by patience. In fact, patience often protects the sacred from being distorted by fear, fantasy, or urgency. You could try keeping a quiet record of what is happening without forcing a conclusion. Write down the opportunity, the conversation, the feeling in your body, and the way you felt afterward. Over time, patterns may become clearer. You may discover that the most aligned invitations leave you feeling expanded but grounded, while the misaligned ones leave you performing, rushing, or doubting your own boundaries. Your body often knows before your mind has gathered enough evidence to explain why. Notice the difference between peaceful excitement and frantic urgency. Peaceful excitement may quicken your heart while leaving your inner center intact. Frantic urgency insists that you decide immediately or lose everything. One carries life, the other often carries fear. Breathe before responding. What is meant for you does not need to be secured through panic. The next gentle movement may be learning to enter new rooms without leaving your true self at the door. Many souls believe they need to become more polished, mysterious, or impressive when they are invited into unfamiliar circles. I understand why. We have all experienced moments when acceptance seemed conditional. But what I have seen across the ages is that the most lasting influence comes from presence, not performance. Before an important conversation, you might place one hand over your heart and ask, "What would it feel like to remain fully myself here?" You do not need a grand answer. Perhaps it means speaking a little more slowly. Perhaps it means allowing a pause instead of filling every silence. Perhaps it means remembering that you are not entering the room as a beggar, seeking permission to exist. You are arriving as a whole human being, still learning, still growing, and already worthy of respect. Your worth existed before the invitation and will remain if the invitation changes. Carry that truth with you like a small candle. You do not need to make the room brighter by extinguishing yourself. There is also wisdom in allowing others to approach you. When we have spent years feeling invisible, we may overextend ourselves once attention appears. We may answer every message immediately, accept every invitation, explain every idea, and offer more of our energy than the relationship has earned. This is not a flaw. It is often the heart's joyful response to finally being noticed. Still, you might gently practice a little space. Let a message wait while you listen inwardly. Let an invitation settle overnight before deciding. Let people demonstrate consistency rather than receiving instant access to your trust. This does not close your heart. It gives your heart a door, and every door deserves a wise keeper. What has helped many souls is distinguishing recognition from belonging. Recognition may arrive quickly. Belonging grows slowly. Someone may admire your gift and still not know how to care for the person who carries it. Someone may praise your vision and yet be unable to honor your limits. So you might receive appreciation with gratitude while allowing trust to develop through time. Pay attention to how people speak about those who cannot benefit them. Notice whether they respect privacy, admit mistakes, and make room for other voices. Character is often revealed in the details that receive no applause. Let admiration be an opening, not a conclusion. If you find yourself feeling exposed, it may help to return to ordinary rituals. Drink water. Walk beneath the sky. Prepare a simple meal. Speak with someone who knows you beyond your accomplishments. Touch the bark of a tree, listen to familiar music, or sit quietly with your own breath. These simple acts remind the soul that it is not required to live permanently at the height of revelation. The world may be watching a part of your emergence, but you are still allowed to rest. A star does not cease to shine because clouds pass before it. Your quiet days do not cancel your momentum. Your uncertainty does not disqualify you from meaningful opportunity. In fact, the ability to rest may protect you from accepting attention that is not truly nourishing. Rest is not retreat from your purpose. It is where purpose is purified. In stillness, you remember which desires belong to your spirit and which were borrowed from comparison. You remember that no audience, title, or opportunity can replace the peace of being at home within yourself. As your visibility grows, you might also consider refining the question you ask. Instead of asking, "How do I make them choose me?" you could ask, "What kind of environment allows my gifts to serve something meaningful?" The first question places your value in another person's hands. The second returns you to purpose. This shift may seem small, yet it changes the entire atmosphere around your choices. You are no longer chasing a room because it appears prestigious. You are listening for whether the room has enough honesty, generosity, and integrity to welcome what you carry. A beautiful door is not automatically your door. The right door will not require you to betray your peace as the entry fee. There may come a moment when you are offered something that once seemed impossible. When that moment arrives, You might notice both excitement and fear. Please do not mistake the presence of fear for a sign that you are unworthy. Fear often appears when the soul is crossing an old boundary. You can thank it for trying to protect you while still moving slowly enough to remain connected to yourself. You might ask for clarity in practical ways. What is being requested of you? What are the expectations? Who else is involved? What happens if you say no? Is there room for questions? Are your boundaries respected? Spiritual discernment does not reject practical information. It welcomes it. A clear agreement can be more sacred than a dramatic promise. And if the opportunity does not unfold, please be gentle with your heart. A closed door is not always a verdict. Sometimes timing changes. Sometimes an invitation was meant to reveal your readiness rather than become your destination. Sometimes the room you thought you needed was only a sign pointing toward a room more aligned with who you are becoming. I have watched souls weep over opportunities they believed they had missed, only to discover years later that the delay protected the very gift they were trying to share. Growth is not always a straight ascent. There are seasons of being seen and seasons of gathering strength in private. Both are part of the path. You might gently begin creating a private definition of success, not the definition inherited from impressive names, large audiences, or exclusive circles, but one that reflects your deeper values. Perhaps success means remaining kind when you become visible. Perhaps it means creating work that helps one person breathe more freely. Perhaps it means earning a living without abandoning your health, your family, or your inner truth. When your definition comes from within, outside attention becomes information rather than identity. Praise may warm you, but it will not determine your worth. Criticism may teach you, but it will not erase your knowing. Invitations may open new possibilities, but they will not become the source of your belonging. And finally, dear one, allow yourself to enjoy the unfolding. You have spent enough time preparing for disappointment. You do not need to apologize for the beauty that is arriving. You may be humble without being hidden. You may be discerning without being closed. You may allow your name to travel while keeping your heart close to what is sacred. If you would like a simple practice, place your hand over your heart tonight and say, I can be seen without becoming someone else. I can receive without losing myself. I can walk through the right doors at the right pace. Let the words rest gently. They do not need to feel completely true today. Sometimes the heart learns through repetition, the way a garden learns through seasons. Dear one, whatever rooms are opening, remember that your deepest invitation is not merely to be noticed by the world. It is to become intimate with the truth of who you are when no one is applauding. That private relationship with yourself will become the quiet foundation beneath every public moment. You have not come this far because you perfected a performance. You have come this far because, through disappointment and uncertainty, some tender part of you continued to listen. You kept returning to the question of meaning. You kept searching for a way to live with greater honesty. That persistence is not small. It is the quiet flame that others are beginning to notice. Go slowly if you need to. Pause when your spirit asks for rest. Celebrate the small openings, not only the dramatic ones. Let new relationships prove themselves. Let your work mature. Let your confidence grow through experience rather than demand. There is no need to force the recognition that is already finding its way toward you. You are not late. You are not behind. You are not required to become dazzling every day. Even the brightest stars move through darkness, and still the heavens remain faithful to their place. Your path will not be measured by how quickly you enter important rooms, but by whether you can remain compassionate, clear, and inwardly free once you arrive. I believe in the part of you that is still learning to believe in itself. I believe in your ability to meet attention with wisdom, opportunity with discernment, and influence with a heart that remembers where it came from. You do not walk alone in this becoming. The support you need may arrive through a conversation, a quiet intuition, a kind stranger, or the simple strength you discover within yourself on an ordinary morning. Whenever the world feels too loud, return to your breath. Whenever praise feels overwhelming, return to your breath. Whenever praise feels overwhelming, return to your values. Whenever doubt tells you that you do not belong, remember that belonging is not something you earn by pretending. The right spaces will make room for your humanity. Take what serves you today and let the rest unfold in its own time. You are allowed to revisit these words when the next door appears. You are allowed to change your mind. You are allowed to say yes with discernment and no with love. Nothing genuine will be lost because you honored your timing. Before we part, I have a small request. If something here touched you, share it in the comments. Not for me, but for yourself. Writing it makes it real. And if you see someone else's words below, offer them a moment of your warmth. We grow faster when we grow together. If someone you love needs to hear this, pass it along. Sometimes the greatest gift we give is simply sharing what helped us. And if you'd like to continue these conversations, subscribe. I'll be here whenever you need. Thank you for sitting with me today. Carry what serves you. Return whenever you wish. You are always welcome here.